What is going on, guys? The Rose here, and joined tonight only by Kratos. Casey decided that he was tired and hungry, and I don't blame him. We're actually having a bit of a late start tonight. This show almost didn't happen because I had a power outage today, again, for the third time in a week, because people don't know how to fucking drive and keep taking out power lines. Today, there was two electrical poles taken out. One was laying on the ground right outside of a McDonald's, and the other one was broken at the bottom, but didn't fall over. The one that fell down, the power lines fell on top of the McDonald's sign and set it on fire.
What the hell?
So what's going on, guys? That was my day. I thought for sure, honestly, I thought for sure my power was going to be out all day long. It was out for a little while, and it was annoying. And I'm also getting over a cold, so I'm not 100%, but I'm certainly feeling better than I did yesterday, and certainly feeling better than I did on Friday. I just have a little bit of a scratchy throat, and my nose runs once in a blue moon now, and I sneezed only twice today, as opposed to sneezing about 50 times on Friday. So I have been sleeping like shit, which is another reason why we got a late start tonight, because I didn't fall asleep until like 4:30 in the afternoon, and woke up a little before 9 o'clock. Anyways, guys, well, Kratos is here, so Kratos, what's been going on with you lately?
Nothing much. Just been working a lot more, and I haven't had the amount of problems you've had, but my God,
Yeah, and I also
people
spilled the.
don't know how to drive anywhere these days.
Yeah, I told Kratos this before I hit the live button, but while I was setting up the show, I also spilt a can of Coke all over my desk. So I had to stop and clean that too.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, so that was wonderful. By the way, Kratos, I did send you the information for the fantasy league. My brother sent the invite, so I don't know if you got a chance to look at your email yet today.
I looked at it and had some family catch on to what I was planning on doing, and they told me no.
They told you not. They told you not to.
Yeah, some family caught on to what I was planning on that I was joining. That I was planning on joining the pay league, and they told me no.
Well, all right.
It sucks.
Well,
I know.
I mean, I don't understand. I mean, you are an adult; you can do your own thing. But I guess if you're living,
No. This is like family, like direct family, like yeah, just direct family, brothers and all that. They
yeah.
told me.
I mean, again, I don't see the problem. But hey, it's whatever. That's your business. So,
Yeah,
oh, that's great. So now I need to help my brother now find two people instead of one. Oh well. Well, I tried.
yeah. It's my fault for not for waiting too long to tell you.
I mean, honestly, it's like I said, it's something you really shouldn't have to even ask other people about. But
Yeah.
that's your deal. So obviously, I won't.
No, they found out. They were. I didn't tell them outright. They actually found out because my Skype account is on like their phones too. That's how they found out.
How the hell is that possible?
Sharing family sharing information and all that stuff.
Oh. Alrighty then. Well,
Yeah.
tonight's topics. I told you the other day we were going to cover the Taylor Swift thing with her having to cancel concerts after the ISIS terrorist threats.
Yep.
Former YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki passes away at 56 years old. Only, I believe, Thursday night this happened.
Yeah.
Olympic track star Noah Lyles competes with COVID. Probably not a very smart idea.
Oh, jeez.
And is Warner Bros looking to sell game studios? to recoup some money.
Hmm.
I know you wanted to talk about D23 announcements and stuff. I haven't really looked into any of that, because
I looked into enough of it from like Culture Crave's Twitter account. There's a couple things that have been shown off, and it's worth talking about. Trust me.
if you have, if you have like any, like I would say, like any of the Spark Notes version of it, I haven't really looked into it because I'm not really a Disney fan.
I got enough announcements that'll blow everyone's minds if they haven't seen it yet.
So, I mean, we can get into that first if you want to, since, like I said, I didn't look into it because I'm not really a Disney fan. So,
Mm.
if you want to pull it up and you want to, you know, go over some of the big announcements, we could, you could go over that real quick if you want.
We can go over that real quick first. Yeah.
All right. Well, whenever you're ready.
All right. So one of the many things that were announced at D23 was the fact that Toy Story 5 has a teaser trailer out, coming out in 2026. All that's confirmed is Tim Allen on the voice castings.
He's
But
been
they
doing those
showed
movies
off
forever.
Jesse, Woody, and Buzz Lightyear. Now the question being, why is Woody in this after he literally was written off in the last movie, essentially? Like, seriously, why was he in this? Another thing was announced. Uh, the Mandalorian and Grogu movie has started filming. And the biggest thing of them all, Avatar 3 has a name, Fire and Water.
So now we're gonna have Star Wars spin-offs getting their own movie series, huh?
Skeleton Crew, Star Wars Skeleton Crew, Andor Season 2, Percy Jackson and the Olympian Season 2, Incredibles 3.
Wow, that's something I wouldn't have seen coming.
What, Incredibles 3?
Yeah.
A live action Snow White is coming out next year. Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman, is the evil queen. And they have like Daredevil Rises Again. A first look at like Red Hulk and Captain America 4 was shown off. Tron Ares was announced, with Nine Inch Nails being announced to compose the score for the whole movie. First look at the Lilo and Stitch live action remake.
Well, Disney's just remaking all their cartoons into fucking live action movies, huh?
No shit.
What the fuck, man? What was the first one? There's Aladdin, then Lion King, then Milan, and now
Mm-hmm.
this one. I don't know. Did I miss any? Did I miss any that they converted into live action?
Lion King, I think you
Well,
said, right?
yeah, I mentioned that
They
one.
have the
Yeah,
Mufasa movie coming out this year, December 20th.
a Mufasa movie.
Yes, the prequel to Lion King, live action as well.
All these years later, and they're gonna put out a prequel to the Lion King.
Yep.
Okay.
And another big piece of news from this is the fact that oh, sorry, Fire and Ash is the Avatar 3 name. Fire and Ash, not Fire and Water. The other big piece of news is a bunch of Marvel Studios films that were announced as well.
I'm surprised.
Fantastic Four was shown off. Moana 2 comes out November 27th. So The Rock's next film for Moana comes out in a couple of months.
Did they announce anything about the next Spider-Man movie or no?
No, unfortunately.
I'm not surprised at all about the Fantastic Four movie, considering that one of the Fantastic Four members was in the Deadpool and Wolverine movie.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm not surprised at all about that. I am kind of surprised about Toy Story. It's kind of surreal to see that series come back after it was dead for how many years with Toy Story 3, and now they're
Yeah.
on 4, and now they're on 5.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I haven't seen a Toy Story movie since Toy Story 2, because by the time 3 came out, I was already an adult.
Yep. Same.
So, well,
Outside,
I'm sure it'll make money.
outside of all of that, that's all I got for like. Oh, Andor season 2, Star Wars Andor season 2 has official details as well.
So much Star Wars, man, it's crazy.
Yep. Something called Agatha All Along is was announced as well from Marvel Studios.
I think I don't remember.
Daredevil Born Again will be seeing like a Daredevil and Kingpin team up against Muse potentially. It's like they make all these announcements and they expect people to care about some of these films all these years later.
Right? I've never understood that. Like, okay, yeah, you want to get the announcement out there, but when these movies aren't going to come out for like 2 years from the time you're announcing them, like, why don't you just wait a little longer?
Yeah.
Like we found out, for example, we found out about the Borderlands movie 3 years ago during the E3 2021 that they did online, which was subsequently the very last E3 that existed,
Mm-hmm.
and it just came out last week. Not
Uh-huh.
even last week, 3 days ago. So
Yep.
we found out about that movie a little over 3 years before it finally hit theaters. So why?
Oh my god.
Like we got,
People were I heard that people actually enjoyed it too.
I mean,
They
it
were
looks
thinking
really good.
the casting for it was gonna be horrible, but it ended up being very good.
I don't know, like Kevin Hart's in it, Jack Black's in it. Trying to think who the fuck was that woman that was in it with the big name fucking celebrity female that's in it.
As
Fuck.
long as that ain't Brie Larson, I'm fine.
No, I think it was the one that the lady that played well, Lilith. I think I can't think of her fucking name. She's a really big celebrity actress.
Okay.
But yeah, I wanted to go see the movie. Haven't gotten to see it yet because Friday we had Tropical Storm Debbie out here in New Jersey, so that was wonderful.
Oh, Jesus.
And then that was also the day I started to get sick. So I was gonna go see the movie today, but I'm still not completely over my cold. So I'm hoping I can go on Tuesday
Yeah.
to see Borderlands. The movie does look good. I do want to see it. I've been waiting for this movie since it got announced. Um, but I just don't understand. Like, why do you announce movies fucking 2 or 3 years before they even come out? Like, what do we get? Like,
Well, for Pixar, Disney's been doing this for a couple years, I just realized. Since Toy Story 2 first came out, there were Easter eggs on their next like projects hidden in the films. Like for Toy Story 2, the next project was Monsters Inc., which came out 2 years later. And in Monsters Inc., there was a Finding Nemo Easter egg with Nemo in one of the bedrooms.
I don't.
And
I don't.
Finding Nemo, The Incredibles was had an Easter egg in it
I mean,
with
I
one of
don't.
the kids reading a comic book with Mr. Incredible on the back cover.
See, I don't mind that. I think that's a pretty cool. But when you're like making like showcases and like, um, kind of like how, like what D23 does, how they come out and they announce all these movies and they show first teaser footage, and then they announce it. Oh, by the way, this is coming out about 3 years from now. Like I don't understand why you do that. Like I get you want to get it out there, but like you could wait until you're like maybe 15 months out, and that's still plenty of time
Mm-hmm.
to get the word out.
Yeah.
I mean, like 2 or 3 years is a little ridiculous because by then you'd think maybe people would get tired of waiting and or lose
Yep.
interest.
Indeed.
But yeah, like look at the Sonic movies. Sonic the Hedgehog The first one was announced, I think, in what 2019, and we got it in 2020. It was actually supposed to come out in 2019, but then COVID happened, so
No,
it got
and the
delayed.
fact that it was like,
Oh yeah, and they had to redesign Sonic because nobody liked it.
yeah, the
That yeah,
redesign was
yeah,
much needed. And then they shut down the studio because of COVID. The redesigned the character.
yeah, fucking
I'm
canceled
like,
it.
what the fuck?
But then
What's the
we got the
point?
teaser. We got the teaser at the end of that movie for Sonic 2, which came out in 2022. Which again, I'm all for. I'm all for putting a teaser at the end of a movie for your next one. That's all well and good.
And
And
they
then
literally already announced who's playing Shadow, I think, in Sonic 3.
yeah, I think it's I don't think it's
It was
Keanu.
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Yeah, yeah,
And
Keanu Reeves.
their explanation, because John Wick shoots guns too.
Yeah, they had that teaser at the end of Sonic 2 in April of 2022. And that one, of
That's
course, is
supposedly
coming
coming
out.
out at the end of the year.
Yes,
Allegedly coming out at the end of the year.
December 20th. It's the weekend before Christmas.
Oh my god, that's gonna have some stiff competition.
Oh yeah.
The Mufasa movie comes out that same day.
Oh boy.
That's gonna have some stiff competition.
Oh boy. Well, so yeah, I just don't understand it. And the Mario Bros. Movie, we're getting that one I think next year,
um,
and we got the first movie last year. So, but then they didn't right away announce the second movie. It didn't get announced until like towards the end of last year. So again, I'm all fine with that. So that's less than 2 years
yep.
before the movie comes out. So again, that's fine. I mean, you're not announcing it too early, in my opinion. But I just don't
When you
understand.
announce something too early and you have nothing to show for it, it usually means you started on it too early and it starts to kill the hype if you don't show anything for it.
Yeah, or like I said, you announce it too early, and then people just get tired of waiting for it, or they lose interest.
Yep, like The Last Guardian for PlayStation.
Yeah, that was a fucking
Everybody
nightmare.
lost interest after a while. People forgot it was still being fucking made, and look at the disaster it became.
Yeah, and then it came out, and it wasn't anything like what it should have been for the fucking 10 years it took to make it.
hmm Another movie example, I would hope, is anything that is I'm trying to think of a good example for a movie that was stuck in development hell that came out and was shit. I can't even think of it. Fuck. But apparently, happy birthday to Ian McDermott. Emperor Palpatine turned 80 today.
Wow, I'm surprised he hasn't retired from acting.
Yep. And apparently, the Olympics are Twitter is blocking every clip of Tom Cruise's stunt in the closing ceremony.
Really, I didn't hear anything about that.
Yeah, it's been
What did he do?
apparently someone posted it, said this media has been disabled in response by a report of the copyright owner. He apparently did a stunt by jumping off the stadium during the closing ceremony.
Surely he was connected to some kind of bungee cord.
Something, a hope. And to close out the movie news, Deadpool and Wolverine has crossed $1 billion at the box office worldwide.
In a month.
In
Actually, no, not even a month.
less than a month.
Yeah, it only came out 2 weeks ago.
And did you hear about Brie Larson wanting to sue pushing Marvel to sue Ryan Reynolds for cutting out her cameo appearance along with She-Hulk's cameo appearance in the movie?
No, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, she was trying to force Marvel Studios to sue Ryan Reynolds. I'm like, it's his fucking film.
Right?
It's his fucking film. You're getting butthurt over a cameo appearance? Grow up.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I didn't really. I mean, that movie was alright, but I didn't like it as much as the other two Deadpool movies. Like, I don't know, I'm just not much of like the movie version of X-Men. I just don't really like it for whatever reason.
The one thing I was actually surprised to see, and this was kind of spoiled that she was in it, was the fact that like when I saw the red carpet pictures of the movie and it showed Daphne Keene and Hugh Jackman together, I'm like, yep, X-23's in this movie. She has to be. And then they did a side by side of her at the same red carpet for Logan to be at Deadpool and Wolverine 7 years later to the day of each release date. I'm like, yeah, she's definitely in this fucking movie. There's no way she would have shown up out of the blue in support of Hugh Jackman if she wasn't and not be allowed to be in this movie.
Oh yeah, I remember that actress for the in the Borderlands. I couldn't remember before. It's Jamie Lee
Right.
Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis?
Yeah,
Oh my God. Jamie Lee Curtis
Jamie Lee Curtis
of Halloween.
plays played Tannis.
Yeah, she was Laurie Strode in Halloween as
Yeah.
well.
So yeah, the three
The
are looking.
daughter of famous Scream Queen of Psycho. That's her mother, by the way.
Yeah, so I'll just quickly go over the whole cast as I pulled it up. Kate Blanchett, Edgar Ramirez, Ariana Greenblatt, Jamina Gavinker, Benjamin Byron Davis, Gina Gershon, Sophie Popper, who must be a new actress because she doesn't even have a fucking
I
yeah, she doesn't have a picture. She doesn't have a picture on IMDb.
figures.
Um, Rihanna Emma Rihanna Emma Bala. Uh,
Who?
Rihanna Emma Bala.
I heard you. I'm just going. Who? I
Samuel
was just.
Samuel Siffel, another one that doesn't have a profile picture on IMDb.
Mm-hmm.
Alana Elizabeth Hobson Borkvane. Jesus Christ, pick a name. Another one that doesn't have a IMDb profile picture.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Boyer, Haley Bennett, Ryan Redman, who was a woman. Go figure.
Okay.
Oliver Richter, and then the three big names: Jack Black, Jamie Lee Curtis, Kevin Hart, and Florian Montagneau.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Most of these names I've never heard of before,
Neither have I.
which is probably why people were thinking the movie was gonna suck.
And then it ended up being apparently good.
Let's see. Does IMDb have a rating for this movie yet? Now since I pulled it up, 4.4 out of 10.
Damn.
IMDb gave it.
I'm
Popularity.
tempted to see what IGN gave this damn movie.
IGN. Popularity says it's 22, whatever that means. It's trending upward though, so that's a good thing at least. Let's see. It doesn't have. Oh, here we go. User reviews. 149.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. What's the user consensus?
Are you serious? Are you serious, IGN? You hated this movie?
IGN hates everything.
IGN gave it a 3 out of 10.
I fucking hate IGN, to be honest with you.
4 days ago. Gave it a 3 out of 10.
Well, here's the
Now,
user.
mind you, no one gives a shit about their opinion these days because of the fact that, like, it doesn't fit their agenda. Because they gave Deadpool and Wolverine a 7, but gave She-Hulk and the Marvels an 8 and 9 respectively. I'm like, those two movies sucked ass.
Well, here, I got some user scores from IMDb. 4 out of 10. Joins the ranks among the many failed film adaptations of popular video games. 3 out of 10. Awkward and generic while being a bad adaptation. 4 out of 10. Another failed video game adaptation. 1 out of 10. If you bought a ticket, don't sell it. Ask for a refund.
God.
1 out of 10. Massive flop. I thought that people were liking this movie. It ain't sounded like it. And these aren't critics. These are actual people.
Oh shit.
1 out of 10. Save your money. Here's a 7 out of 10. Missed the mark, but still entertaining.
At least.
1 out of 10. Basically, we have Borderlands at home moment. Jesus Christ. 6 out of 10 just says Borderlands. 1 out of 10. Cash grab with terrible casting. 6 out of 10. Better than the critic reviews. But usually, movies usually are
Yeah.
better than the critic reviews. 5 out of 10 with this person asking where's the rated R cut. Which, let's be real, it should have been a rated R movie. I will
Yeah.
give him that.
What was it rated? PG?
PG-13.
Oh Jesus Christ! You
Uh,
make an immature game a PG-13 movie?
right.
Seriously?
4 out of 10, not at all like Borderlands. 2 out of 10. Whose idea was this? 4 out of 10. 30 minutes of film in my maximum, whatever that means. 7 out of 10. What's all the fuss about? So that person clearly liked it. 1 out of 10. Not surprising. 6 out of 10. Only saving grace was Craig. I guess that person liked that actor that played him. 5 out of 10. Underwhelming to say the least.
Wow.
Here's an 8 out of 10. Honestly, a really fun summer flick type movie.
Interesting.
7 out of 10. Didn't realize that it was until I watched it that is why I'm changing my review. How Lilith Firehawk. Okay, your grammar sucks. 2 out of 10. Absolutely awful. 3 out of 10. 2 out of 10. Hot smoking garbage.
and at least these people are being honest
What?
compared to and the real people are the fans of the fan critics. Real reviewers are the fan critics as well. I agree.
Now, and this is the last one. I'm not going to look at all 149 of these. This is the last one on the first page. 1 out of 10. Huge disappointment.
I remember when I still have my old Angels in the Outfield movie. Someone gave that movie a 5 out of 10. Yet every person who saw it loved it. Like the fan score. Let me check that real quick. Angels in the Outfield. 1994 film. Reviews. Audience summary, 4.6 out of 5. Of course, Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 31. A 31% on Rotten Tomatoes, according to critics. And mind you, this movie had Joseph Gordon-Levitt as the main star as a kid. Believe it or not, Joseph Gordon-Levitt was the main kid in this movie. It's crazy.
So I'm looking at the Rotten Tomatoes score for Borderlands. It's got the rotten symbol, and then it says 9%. So does that mean it was 9% rotten? So most people thought it was good, or does that mean it was
9%
only
rotten is not good.
so 9% rotten means it was only 9% good?
Yeah.
And then the
Like
audience,
if it's a fresh tomato and certified, it was a very good film.
yeah, it's got the green splat symbol next to the 9%.
Yeah, that means it was bad.
And the audience score gave it a 50%. So this movie is not doing good across the board.
For Borderlands, I guess.
Let's see, 99 reviews for the Rotten meter and 250 plus verified ratings.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
I'll be right back. Hold on. I think someone just got here. Hold on.
So we got ratings, user ratings, 1 out of 10, 1 out of 5, 1 out of 5. We got a 5, 2 5 out of 5s, another 1 out of 5, 5 out of 5, 4 out of 5, 5 out of 5, 1, 3.5 out of 5, half a star out of 5, 4, half a star, 4, half a star, half a star, 5. Yeah, a lot of people did not like this movie. But I'm not going to let this sour me. I'm still looking forward to seeing it. So I'll give my own opinions after I actually see the movie. But we are now just waiting for Kratos to come back. He had to step away for a moment. So I guess we will go into our first topic. And we'll cover the Warner Bros. Thing first, I guess. By the way, obviously, I'm sure you guys know by now, but I'm just doing an audio-style podcast tonight because, again, getting over being sick, so I didn't feel like being on camera tonight.
All good. All good.
So yeah, the Rotten Tomatoes. A lot of the users out there gave it like 1 star, half a star. One person gave it 3.5 stars. A few people gave it a 5. A couple 4s. So yeah, I don't see a sequel happening for this movie, unfortunately. Even if it makes a decent amount of money, the user ratings and like the critic reviews, this basically says this movie's a bomb. Which is unfortunate.
Mm-hmm. I've seen if it at least breaks 1 million, that's a blessing, because there was one film that couldn't even break 1 million the entire time it was in theaters.
Let's see. Well, before we go into that, since you mentioned that, now I'm curious.
It was recent. It came out earlier this year about like the school about the school for magical, like, you know what, that movie about the black magical school movie, the all black magical school, because I refuse to say that other word that they have in the title for it.
Well, according to Variety, Borderlands in its opening weekend made 8.8 million on a movie that I'm sure cost a lot more than that to make. Borderlands film flops with 8.8 million domestic box office opening. That's unfortunate. Did I lose you, Kratos?
I'm still here.
Oh.
It's the American Society of Magical, like, yeah. That film didn't even. It's so bad that it couldn't even make 1 million the entire time it was in theaters.
That's fucking awful. But yeah, I didn't know if you heard me. I said the Borderlands in its opening weekend only made 8.8 million.
Oh man.
So yeah, I don't see there's no sequel. There's got to be no sequel.
Yep.
Gonna happen for this one. But well, we've been live now for already about 35 minutes. So let's finally get into our first topic.
Yep.
Let's start with a little bit of video game news before we get into the more
potentially serious.
Yeah, somewhat serious stuff.
Yeah.
Warner Bros. Looking to sell off games division, report claims.
Oh man.
This is from Insider Gaming. Warner Bros. Discovery appears to be trying to get out of the games business. According to a news report from Financial Times, Warner Bros. Is looking at the possibility of selling off at least a part of its games division. The report comes just 2 weeks after Warner Bros. Games acquired Multiverse's developer Player First Games. The report claims that by selling off games would help the company avoid possible lawsuits from various debt investors. Nothing has been finalized, however. Warner Bros. Games currently owns major IPs like Harry Potter and Mortal Kombat. They are also the publisher behind the Suicide Squad game, which fucking bombed. The live service game that was met with poor response. Yeah, that's putting it lightly.
Poor response.
Yeah,
That's being like tame. People hated it.
I know. That's what I said. That's putting it lightly. It was also a game that cost the company $200 million in revenue. Jesus Christ. This isn't the first time Warner Bros. Games was a potential sale candidate. Back in 2020, it was reported that Microsoft was interested in buying the division in order to get games like Mortal Kombat, Suicide Squad, and others under its umbrella. Well, I think they dodged the bullet with the Suicide Squad one.
Yep.
So, apparently, see, I don't know how true this is, though, because, like, supposedly, David Zaslav, before Mortal Kombat 1 was announced, during, like, a financial investor meeting, he, like, fucking leaked the Mortal Kombat game before it was announced. And he was, like, praising it, how it's going to be, like, one of the biggest fucking selling points of the year. And apparently, and then now, like a year later, he wants to try to sell it. I don't know if this is completely true. What do you think? Alright, guess he had to step away again. Yeah, so I don't really know how true this is. Supposedly, this is just a rumor.
Yeah, it might as well just be a rumor at this point because sorry, I called my cousin real quick.
Do you think they will sell, or
If they do sell, it's gonna be a tough bid to even get anyone to buy these games.
well, I think
And
if anything,
and the lack of revenue that they're gonna bring in.
I think if anything, NetherRealm Studios will probably get purchased just for the
Mortal
Injustice
Kombat
and
IP.
yeah, the Mortal Kombat and Injustice IPs. Even though Injustice hasn't seen a new game in fucking 8 years.
Mm-hmm. But
Actually,
they keep releasing DLC packs with pop culture characters.
or 9 years now, actually. The last one came out, what, 2011. No, 2013, I think it was.
After 11 years.
Yeah,
Injustice 2.
that's fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because then they had Mortal Kombat X in 2015. Then we thought Injustice 3 was coming in 2017. But then we got Mortal Kombat 11 in 2019. And then COVID happened, and we thought we were going to get Injustice 3 again. And then we got Mortal Kombat 1 in 2023. And people are still waiting for that fucking, for that Injustice 3 game that may not happen.
Yep.
So yeah, I just wanted to briefly cover that real quick. I don't normally bring up rumors, but people have been talking about it all week, so I wanted to get your opinion on it.
Ooh, it's going to, like I said, it's going to be a tough. It's going to be an uphill battle finding anyone to like buy it.
I know, like they own Rocksteady Games too, which is like the company behind the Batman games.
Mm-hmm.
Did Rocksteady do the Suicide Squad game too?
I think they did.
I'm surprised it bombed as hard as it did then. Although I know the Suicide Squad really wasn't all that popular to begin with. I was surprised it even got 2 movies. I know, and then they have the first player games, which made that multiversus game that people really didn't talk about. So that game kind of bombed.
Yep.
But at least it bombed quieter than fucking Suicide Squad did. Uh, um, so yeah, I don't. If they sell off anything, I think their only company after Suicide Squad had that disaster. I think Rocksteady Games is going to probably be a little hard sell. But I think NetherRealm Studios would be the only studio that they have in their games division that would probably sell.
Well, WB has apparently blamed Suicide Squad for the 41% revenue drop year on year 4 days ago.
Oh, there you go. So there ain't going to be no more Suicide Squad anything. Let's just put it that way. So where do you want to go next? We got the YouTube CEO passing away. We got the track star competing with fucking COVID-19.
Let's talk about the track star. I want to
right.
hear about this
All
because
right.
I didn't see anything Olympics related.
Okay, so you didn't hear about this one? I think this is the same guy. I could be wrong. I don't know if you've heard anybody about a track star who was training for the Olympics, and he was like the front runner to bring home gold. And he was a big Yu-Gi-Oh fan, and during his interviews, he'd pull out fucking like Exodia cards out of his fucking shirt.
Huh.
I don't remember if this is the same guy. I think it is.
The most I know about the Olympics is the Turkish like guy in the sharpshooting like event that just walked up there, hand in his pocket, pair of glasses, and gets a silver medal, just like and just made himself into a meme online about people calling him the Turkey sent a hitman to the Olympics. Because he literally just everyone's wearing special gear, protective ear muffs. This guy just had a pair of glasses on his hand in his pocket, shoots the air pistol and gets the silver medal out of it. I'm like,
Nuts.
what the heck?
Well, this one is from AP News. I guess it's the Associated Press.
Yep, that's it.
Stop asking me to donate, you fucks. Olympic track star. Olympic track and field highlights Noah Lyles, stricken with COVID-19, takes third place in 200-meter event. This was from Friday. Today's live coverage has ended, but there's plenty to catch up on. Blah 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 blah. Okay, so here we go. Noah Lyles said he'll talk to his 4x100 relay teammates and come to a decision about whether to run an. Okay, that's old. So where's the actual article? Olympic finals Thursday. Lyles said he was diagnosed with COVID-19 2 days before the competition. Lyles COVID-19 sprinter said he was diagnosed Tuesday morning and that he dealt with chills, aching, and sore throat. So why again did he think it was a good idea to compete with COVID?
My guess he was already there, so there was nothing he could do.
I mean, supposedly, let me freaking try to get a better.
And there's no more quarantining, like self-quarantining in like certain countries anymore either.
Let me get a better article. I thought this one had the article, but it just literally has a headline and like nothing else.
Okay.
But yeah,
speaking of the Olympics, while you find the article, I found out from another channel that like entire countries are getting popped for steroids. Like a couple Olympians were being popped for steroids in the first week of the Olympics. And a couple people from one country blamed the food in Paris for their steroid issues. Rose, you there?
Yeah.
Man,
do you think you don't think they would lace the food with steroids? Come on now.
I mean, come on. Entire like I mean, entire countries backed out because of the Last Supper adaptation during the opening ceremony. They literally pulled their people out, pulled their competitors out of it because of that opening ceremony scene with the Last Supper. Whole countries backed out. And they literally kept Snoop Dogg the entire time for the Olympics. Hold on.
Why?
It's been a mess. Snoop Dogg actually stayed the entire time there with a paid for hotel for $500,000 a night.
All right, so here's a better article here. This one, this one's from people.com, I guess the people behind the magazine of the same name.
Mm-hmm.
Noah Lyles knew he could still put on a great performance with COVID. I was going to tackle it, he says. Noah Lyles wasn't going to let COVID get in his way of winning an Olympic medal in Paris. The Team USA track and field star, 27 years old, was just 2 days away from competing in the men's 200-meter final on August 8th when he tested positive for COVID, and despite the aches and pains, he was able to bring home a bronze medal in the race. In an interview with People on Sunday, August 11th, which is today, Lyles, who is partnering with Tide, says he's finally feeling a lot better, despite some fatigue. He says, and I quote, "I was just telling my girlfriend, I'm like, I am so tired," and she's like, "Well, you did just win the 100 with COVID, and still not getting as much rest as possible," says Lyles, who has been dating fellow Olympic sprinter Janelle Broomfield of Jamaica since 2022. The athlete was fresh off a gold medal win in the men's 100-meter final when he realized he had COVID-19. To keep himself in positive mindset, he says he did all he could to not think about his positive test.
Interesting.
So, but yeah, I mean, some people like, there's a rumor going around, some people are saying it's fake, that he's just using that as an excuse because he didn't win gold in the 250 in the 200 meter. Which I don't know why he would lie about having COVID because he didn't win. That's a little drastic in my opinion.
Yep.
Um, but do you think it's kind of like messed up? Like, okay, yeah, he's there, and he already competed in some events, but then he came down with COVID. Do you think he should have pulled out of the rest of the events?
It should have been pulled, yeah.
For, possible spreading
Mm-hmm.
the fucking I guess what is COVID a fucking disease? I guess it is, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like the flu.
Like he
Similar.
literally could have spread that to everyone there in attendance, watching the event, and all his fellow competitors, from all the other countries who competed in that event, let alone his own teammates.
Oh,
And
man.
one article I saw, a headline said calling Lyles selfish for competing in the event despite having COVID.
Yeah, he was being selfish, that's for sure.
Kind of fucked up. I don't necessarily agree with it. I mean, I got some flack last week actually in a Discord server because I was just for being exposed to COVID, and I said I wasn't sure if I should cancel my blood test, which I was supposed to have last Monday, which I ended up having to cancel anyway. So if I got some fucking shit just for thinking about still doing a blood test after being exposed to COVID and not actually having it, this guy should have been fucking spit roasted like a fucking pig for competing in a fucking worldwide event
Mm-hmm.
with tens of thousands or maybe even 100,000 people in one fucking place while
Def-
actually having COVID. And apparently, I saw on the news on TV because I did see this on the news actually Friday night
Yeah.
that he had collapsed on the field after the race, and he had to be helped off. He had to be helped off the field by medical personnel.
Oh my God.
So if you're that sick and your body hurts that badly because that's what COVID does to some people. Again, why did he think it was a good idea to run the 200 after
No idea.
after running the men's 100-meter run when he probably also had COVID but didn't know it at that time?
Mm-hmm.
That one is a little more understandable because he didn't know it. He didn't know he had it at that time, but then he knew it and he still competed in more events. And
It's
then
just
he
ridiculous.
and then he needed to be taken off the field.
Yep.
That's not a very smart decision. A very smart decision, in my opinion.
Not that smart though.
But yeah, I don't. I don't normally follow the Olympics at all. I just started. I saw this in the news. I'm like, well, this is certainly topic worthy for Sunday.
Yep.
I don't fucking know, man. But let's see. Let's keep the let's just keep the Olympics thing going a little bit. Let's see. Olympic medal results. United States took home 40 gold medals, 44 silver medals, and 42 bronze medals for 126 total. So United States won the Olympics because they got the most, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Second place was China with 40 gold medals, 27 silver medals, and 24 bronze medals for a total of 91.
Oh,
Japan took third place with 20 gold medals, 12 silver medals, and 13 bronze medals for a total of 45.
man.
Australia took fourth place with 18 gold medals, 19 silver medals, and 16 bronze medals for a total of 53. And rounding out the top five is the home country of France, winning 16 gold medals, 26 silver medals, and 22 bronze medals for a total of 64. So wait a minute. That should put France in third, actually,
How so?
because France won a total of 64 medals, while Japan won only 45 and Australia won 53. Because the first two are in order. United States won 126 in first place. China won 91 in second place. France won 64, so they should have been in third place. Australia stays in fourth, and Japan should have been fifth.
Interesting.
Unless the standings don't just go by. I mean, if they go, even if they just go by gold medals. Oh fuck! Excuse me.
You're good.
I guess they're just going by gold medals here because gold medal wise, the United States and China tied for first.
Yeah.
So Japan got third with 20, Australia got fourth with 16 or 18, and France got fifth with 16. But in overall medals, France took third place in overall medals won. So I guess they only go by the gold medals. But either way, the United States won, took first place because they won more silver medals and more bronze medals than China, anyways.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the Olympics. So there's your final Olympics results. I'm not gonna certainly break it down by Olympic sport. No, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have that much investment in the Olympics to do that. So is there anything else on your mind before we go to the next topic?
Nope.
All right, so we got Taylor Swift canceling concerts, or we have the YouTube CEO passing away.
Let's keep the Taylor Swift as the reason to keep people coming at the end.
All right.
Let's talk about the YouTube CEO.
All right. former you. Well, let me pull this up first. Boop. Okay. YouTube's former CEO Susan Wojcicki dies at age 54.
Mm-hmm.
Susan Wojcicki, the former boss of YouTube and one of Google's uh, earliest employees, has died at age 56. Google's chief executive, Sundar Pichai, announced that Miss Wojcicki had passed away after 2 years of living with lung cancer. Mr. Pichai, who is also the boss of Google's parent company Alphabet, said on Twitter he was unbelievably saddened by Miss Wojcicki's and Miss Wojcicki was as core to the industry of Google as anyone. Once described as the most important Googler you've never heard of, Miss Wojcicki was present at the company's beginnings when in 1998 she rented out her Menlo Park garage to the search engine's firm's founders, Sergey Brin and Larry Page. She was later persuaded to leave her job at chip giant Intel to join Google, becoming the firm's 16th employee. Again, this is going back to 1998, so she was their 16th employee of all time.
Man, oh man.
Miss Wojcicki would go on to lead YouTube, the online video sharing company, obviously the platform we're on right now, owned by Google for 9 years until 2023 when she stepped down to focus on her family, health, and personal projects. Miss Wojcicki was one of relatively few women to hold a senior role in the technology industry. She wanted to encourage more girls to go into the field, telling the BBC's newsletter in 2013 that the future was going to be increasingly digitally influenced. She wasn't wrong about that statement. But then I see there are very few women in the industry, she said. Overall, the tech industry has on average, probably about 20% women. And I also look at the pipeline of girls coming out of technical degrees, and it is very small. While Ms. Wojcicki rose to become the boss of YouTube, her tenure was not without controversy. The platform faced criticisms over its handling of online disinformation, including during the COVID pandemic. In 2022, a number of fact-checking organizations wrote to her accusing YouTube of being one of the major conduits of online disinformation and misinformation worldwide. Ms. Wojcicki stepped down a year later to focus on her personal life and health. Announcing her death with profound sadness, her husband Dennis Troper said, "My beloved wife of 26 years and mother of our 5 children left us today after 2 years of living with non-small cell lung cancer." And again, this was written 2 days ago, so that was written on Friday. So she passed away. She passed away on Thursday night probably, and this article was written on Friday. I mean, any kind of cancer is pretty fucking sad.
Yeah.
I mean, she fought it for 2 years. That's pretty fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of cancer patients are lucky to live a year.
Yep.
Some don't even get 6 months.
One person I know a person that beat cancer 4 times.
I know. Supposedly,
She actually documented it, and she's a Twitch streamer. She beat it 4 times.
Well, that's good. Supposedly, Roman Reigns beat it at least twice.
He had leukemia. He has leukemia. That's
It-
not really. It's a blood cancer, but not really like actual cancer.
Hey, what though? You
But
wouldn't know it by seeing her doing interviews and shit that she had cancer though.
yeah,
So hey, good on her for living the life she could. She made one hell of a success out of herself, that's for sure.
yep.
Even if she probably didn't do her best, maybe it wasn't entirely her fault with running YouTube because she has people to answer to as well. So,
Yep.
but it's sad to hear. She leaves behind 5 children and a widowed husband now.
Yeah.
So the right thing to do is to say condolences to the family and friends. And yeah,
There's already people wishing the fact that she's gone, like as a good thing online. I've seen.
well, of course people are going to say that. People are going to say that because they're assholes. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm saying she's still human though in the end.
But let's see. Let's go to the article my brother had showed me on Twitter, and let's read some of those comments, shall we?
Mm.
Let's see. Okay. This person says had no idea she was dealing with that. R.I.P. Oh my, rest in peace. Prayers for her family. Damn, maybe YouTube would be good now. Jesus, there's one of them. That comment
Of
was
course.
yesterday. Another
Of course.
another person says vindication.
Mm.
Do evil? This person says, do evil people deserve a rest in peace? The sheer scale of the destruction during her tenure, election interference, vaccine disinformation, sex trafficking, exploitation, list goes on. People's lives, health, livelihoods ruined as she closed in on a $1 billion, no refund, nature healing. Jesus Christ.
Okay, give me that guy's information. I have something. I have a few choice words for this fucker.
This just says K. This person's Twitter name is K, CEO of Major Happenings era.
Oh jeez.
Tragic, incredible CEO. I know YouTube became worse and all that, but she didn't deserve that.
Hmm.
Like I said, I'm sure it wasn't all her fault that YouTube became worse because, like I said, she had people to answer to as well.
Yep.
She destroyed free speech on the platform. I guess that's her legacy.
Well, here's my choice words for that guy.
I'm cutting both your balls off.
Let's see. This person says, I didn't know she even had to live with that. I see now why she stepped away. Rest in peace. And her son died earlier in February from drug overdose. What a tragic year. Jesus
Oh.
Christ. Rest in peace. Press S to spit. With a gif of Hulk Hogan spitting on the WWF Championship. On the camera with the belt.
Oh God.
Didn't her son pass away recently? Don't care. Womp womp. Jesus Christ. Some people shouldn't be allowed to use the internet.
And some people should know my choice words by now.
I'm cutting both your balls off.
Now that's a Boondocks reference, by the way. That's from the Boondocks Catcher Freeman episode.
I used to watch the Boondocks. I haven't, stayed with that show, but I did watch it for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
After turning YouTube into cancer, she reveals her final act. Jesus Christ. Conservatives are celebrating. Shake my head. A lot of RIPs. Thoughts to her family, especially her children. This person just says, I don't care, so why did you comment? Right? Horrible news, prayers to the family, sad. Oh no, I had no idea she had cancer, RIP, rest in peace. Prayers to the family. So at least the majority of people are being nice. You know, but you gotta have that handful of shitheads. Now we say goodbye to another legend, one of the best YouTube CEOs. Bad news, rest easy, RIP. This person using a gif of Joe Biden doing a fist pump. That's disgusting. Too bad, so sad. As a YouTube creator, I thought she was a great CEO. I guess girl bossing doesn't work on everything. Jesus. What an anime gif. Wow. Well, that is that. It's unfortunate. Again, she passed away, and some people have to be assholes.
Man, some of these people are awful on air. You know? I know.
Yeah, I don't understand people. I really don't. So, that being said, we only have one topic left.
Yep, and as Ken would say, Foulmouth Ken, shout out to you. Let's get right into the meat and potatoes.
Into the meat and potatoes. Alright, so let me close this. We don't need this anymore. Here we go. That's the one we need. This one is also from Variety. Got up on the screen. Alright. Taylor Swift cancels Eras tour concerts in Vienna after terrorist plot thwarted and arrests were made. This was a couple of days ago. So there's this is the update to the original story. Update: 3 Taylor Swift shows were canceled on Wednesday in Vienna after 2 teenagers were initially arrested, following a few days later by a third in an ISIS-connected terrorist plot against her upcoming concerts. In a post from Austrian concert promoter Barracuda music organizers wrote, Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour Vienna shows canceled due to government officials' confirmation of planned terrorist attack. With confirmation from government officials of a planned terrorist attack at Ernest Happel Stadium, we have no choice but to cancel the 3 scheduled shows for everyone's safety. That's a very good call. We don't need a repeat of the Las Vegas shooting that happened at that concert. About, when did that happen? Like 6 years ago?
Something like that, yeah. I think it was like 2017, 2018, yeah. 6-7 years ago.
According to international reports, the suspects arrested on Tuesday include a 19-year-old who pledged his allegiance to ISIS and was living with his parents in the town of Turnitz, as well as a 17-year-old. Both were arrested after police raided the 19-year-old's home and found various chemicals and substances, as well as Islamic State group and Al-Qaeda material at the 17-year-old's house. Residents of Ternitz were allegedly evacuated and roads were closed during the raid. The third arrest...
Man,
go ahead.
I'll tell you what, them damn Swifties are going to come after them kids. Damn Swifties are going to come after them kids.
They were all teenagers, all 3 of them. The third arrested person, an 18-year-old Iraqi citizen, was detained on Thursday night. Interior Minister Gerhard Karner shared the news of the subsequent arrest during an unrelated news conference on Friday, stating the young man had sworn the oath to ISIS and comes from the social environment of the 19-year-old suspect. Karner stated that the 18-year-old is not directly connected to the plot. Well, he is if he swore an oath to ISIS and he was going to participate.
Exactly.
The 19-year-old reportedly started planning the attack in July and was intended to use knives or homemade explosives. Omar Hijawi, Haijawi, Omar Hijawi Perkner, the head of Directorate of State Security and Intelligence in Vienna, said that the 19-year-old confessed to wanting to kill as many people as possible outside the concert venue on Thursday or Friday. The fuck is wrong with some of these people, man? You throw your fucking life away, you fucking retards.
Exactly.
The target of the attack was Vienna's Ernst Happel Stadium, where Swift was scheduled to perform Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights as part of her Eras tour. A company offering services for the concert venue employed the 17-year-old just 2 days before the arrest, and he was detained by special forces near the stadium. Think of this scary ass scenario. So, a company offering services for the concert venue hired the 17-year-old who was going to participate in this ISIS attack and would have had access to the inside of the venue. Think of how horrible that would have fucking turned out if this was never caught beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit, dude! What the fuck?
All I know is one thing. Like I said, them Swifties are gonna have their heads for the canceled concert tours, canceled concert events. Them Swifty fans are gonna go after these boys before like any trial ever happens.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be treated like freaking child predators and child abusers. They might as well just kiss their asses goodbye as soon as people learn why they're there, while they're in prison.
Yep. Might as well put on the makeup, the pumps, and the lipstick.
Vienna State Police
And the wigs.
Vienna State Police Director Franz Ruf and Police Chief Gerhard Persty said during a news conference that both men had become radicalized through the internet and apparently had specific plans on how the attack was to be carried out. First claims that the concrete danger had been minimized, but that an abstract danger remained, which prompted the cancellation of the shows. Ticket holders will receive a refund in the next 10 days. So the shows were canceled, I guess, on Thursday, so people should have gotten their refunds right around now. Actually, no, they'll get their refunds around this day next week.
Oh man.
Uh,
And I thought like Aerosmith like retiring was bad. This is just awful.
News of the suspected terrorist attack comes days after a terrorist threat delayed Morgan Watlin's concert in Kansas City on Friday. So apparently there was two threats, and one at a completely unrelated event, also on Friday. The man arrested in connection with the threat posted on social media that he was targeting two men who were backstage with Wallen, suggesting those men were Swift's boyfriend, Travis Kelce, and Patrick Mahomes.
Well, it's kind of related now.
Yeah, right?
Shit.
Swift is currently on the international leg of her Eras tour, which will continue to London before circling back to Canada. There are no current plans to cancel the London show, though there will be increased security measures. I should fucking hope so.
increased. There should have been enough security to like keep. There should have been Fort Knox security around this woman at this point. But how popular she is, there should have been Fort Knox type of security.
Yeah, I was gonna say you might as well bring a fucking.
1990s Fort Knox, mind you.
Yeah, I was gonna say they might as well have brought a fucking small army. But here's the official statement. Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour Vienna shows canceled due to government officials' confirmation of planned terrorist attack. With confirmation from government officials of a planned terrorist attack at the Ernest Happel Stadium, we have no choice but to cancel the 3 scheduled shows for everyone's safety. All tickets will be automatically refunded within the next 10 business days. For more information, please visit deticket.com/help/updates. So, if you're somehow hearing this was a post on Instagram, by the way. If you're somehow hearing this and you haven't gotten your refund yet and you're looking for an update, that's where you gotta go.
Yep. And I thought I thought that like I said a few minutes ago, Aerosmith just retired and they canceled their entire farewell tour.
Really?
Because Aerosmith.
No, I said really.
Yeah, like Steven Tyler had a vocal injury and he's not and he won't be able to recover from it, according to what he told the band. So they just flat out retired from like music altogether.
But didn't that happen with Guns N' Roses too? They were supposed to do like a concert like many years ago, and they didn't do their show because one of their singers couldn't sing, or was that AC/DC?
That might have been AC/DC, but Steven Tyler has a legit vocal injury that he more than likely won't be able to recover from ever.
Well, he's been also
So
singing.
they cut their
since,
losses and retired it completely.
He's also been performing since the '70s, hasn't he?
The band formed legitimately in 1970.
Well, there you go. So you're saying 54 years ago.
Mm.
I mean, you got to hang up the fucking boots and the instruments fucking sometime, you know?
Yep.
Like, look at Metallica.
I mean, at least they're all retiring as a group.
Yeah. Like, look.
Some people lose band members by that time. Some people lose the original band members to drugs, alcohol, anything in between.
Yeah.
Within that time frame.
And look at Metallica; they're still going too, and they formed in the early '80s.
Yep.
So they've been going for over 40 years, and it's like, when you gonna fucking hang it up, guys?
Yep. I mean, Rolling Stones, did they lose an original band member recently?
That I don't know about, but
they're on their farewell tour, which is kind of crazy that they have a farewell tour that's international as well.
And they've been going since the '60s, so they're even older than Aerosmith.
Yep.
They've been going for about 60 years.
Yep.
That's insane.
60 plus years now.
That's insane.
Painted Black came out in 1966. Think about that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's fucking insane. And coincidentally, that's the only song I actually like by the Rolling Stones.
Same. I got introduced to it by playing Twisted Metal Black conveniently.
I got into the song from Guitar Hero 3.
Yeah, Twisted Metal Black on PlayStation 2 for me.
I thought that was a PS3 game.
No, PS2.
Well, speaking
Twisted Metal Black.
Speaking of things that were canceled, let's keep the cancellation train going, because why not? I actually forgot about this until I just remembered it. Let's see. Let's see. Here we go. So I believe this was from... Let's see if this is actually legit. This was July 19th. So apparently the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight has been canceled. Completely canceled.
Any reason why?
It says Jake Paul and Mike Tyson was set to be one of the biggest fights of the summer, as the problem child was planning to step into the ring with one of the most menacing heavyweights. Scheduled to take place at the AT&T Stadium in Texas. The show is intended to be huge, with Katie Taylor taking on Amanda Serrano on the undercard in an eagerly anticipated match. The whole event was called off when Tyson revealed he'd been suffering issues from an ulcer ulcer flare up, which meant he wasn't able to train.
Oh man.
Despite the cancellation, the show will still go on November 15th. Supposedly, is the new date. But I heard this. This announcement was long before this. The ulcer thing just came out like 2 weeks ago.
Huh.
So this website's kind of got this backwards. But yeah, so Mike Tyson apparently has ulcers and can't train for the fight. But supposedly it's still set for November 15th, but apparently the fight is canceled. So take that as you will. Take that however you want.
I'm taking that with a grain of salt. I think he's more than likely is starting to recover from his ulcer flare at this point.
But Mike Tyson, okay, the guy came out of retirement for an exhibition match. What was that, like 4 or 5 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't think he would actually start competitively and sanctionally boxing again. To be honest.
I mean, no one did. I mean, for Jake Paul, is like if he whether he wins or loses, he ultimately still loses.
Do you think Jake Paul legitimately could beat Mike Tyson? Do you think there's going to be some fucking fuck finish?
Even if he did win, he still loses because he beat up people are gonna say, "Congratulations, you beat up an elderly man." Even if he actually does lose, people will laugh at him saying, "You got beat up by an old man."
How old is Mike
It's a
Tyson?
damned if he does, damned if he doesn't type of deal.
Mike Tyson, how old is this motherfucker?
He has to be at least 60 at this point with all the white in his fucking beard.
Mike Tyson is 50-6 in his professional career, and 2 no contests. So he's got an amazing record.
Mm-hmm.
He is 56 years old. 58 years
Still
old.
close to 60, but still.
Yeah, 58 years old.
Jake Paul boxing a 58-year-old man who's long past his prime. Personally, long past.
I mean, you think
it's like why even take the fight?
Do you think Tyson could actually keep up with Jake Paul? Like, you think he'd actually struggle against this guy?
I think he'd kill him. Training or not, I think he'd kill him.
And
Did you hear about the rumors about Mike Tyson back in his prime, where like, when he was off his meds, he would actually have aggressive sex with women to keep him like content going into a boxing match?
I didn't hear about that, but I know he bit off Holyfield's ear.
Yeah,
so, yeah,
I mean,
he's
that's
definitely
public. The other one,
he's definitely fucking
one
crazy.
Isn't all that publicly known.
Yeah, well, I mean, just the fact that he bit off Holyfield's ear, he's clearly fucking crazy.
Exactly.
But yeah, this is so if the fight still happens, I'm definitely gonna watch it because I want to see Jake Paul fucking become unrecognizable.
Jake Paul needs to be humbled. Who remembers the rumors about like Logan Paul versus like Andrew Tate for a boxing match, and then the stuff about Andrew Tate came out.
Yeah, right. I remember that actually. But
And he got ousted. He ousted himself in Romania because he responded to a Greta Thunberg tweet. That's what got him arrested at the time.
put it this way though, I want to watch the Jake Paul Tyson fight as long as it still happens. It's supposed to be on Netflix, so it's actually going to be easily watchable. Whether or not Netflix makes you pay some kind of pay-per-view deal on top of your subscription fee, I really hope they don't do that. But I could see them doing
If
that.
they do, nobody's. If they do that, there's no saving that streaming service.
Um, yeah, if it's supposed to happen on Netflix, as long as it still happens, I want to watch that fight because I just want to see, hopefully, Jake Paul become unrecognizable by the general public afterwards.
Man, he'll if he doesn't get facial reconstruction surgery after this fight, I don't know what it will take to keep this man out of a boxing ring.
Now, do you see by any chance Tyson throwing the fight for a big payday?
No.
You don't think you don't think he would stain his
Do the honors for Jake Paul? Hell no.
You don't think he'll stain his career by taking a dive for a big sack, or as people call it this today, getting the whole bag?
Nah. Jake Paul's gonna fumble the bag because he ain't gonna be walking out with the winner's purse.
We hope not, anyways.
I mean, like I said, if he wins, people are gonna go, "Congratulations, you beat up an old man. You beat up a man twice your age. Congratulations." No one's gonna care. They're gonna ridicule him whether he wins or loses. That's the only issue. He's gonna get ridiculed, win or lose.
Yeah, it's gonna be something interesting, that's for sure. Well, if there's anything else on your mind, I know this has been a short show this week, but hey, we didn't have Casey to slow us down, so.
I mean, Casey would have been. I would have loved to have Casey's opinion for the Taylor Swift thing, but my God.
Yeah, going back to the Taylor.
What show was he on earlier?
I have no idea. He didn't say, and I was asleep, so I don't even know. But yeah, going back to the Taylor Swift thing. Look, I just want to say this right now. If anybody has watched our content last year during the football season,
or the entire playoffs,
yeah, that too.
This year,
you would know that we gave Taylor Swift a lot of shit because we got to see probably more of her on the TV.
The actual plays on the field.
Yeah. We got to see more of her in the fucking stands next to Mahomes'
the suite section.
Next to Mahomes' fucking wife. You know, than we did getting to see the guys actually on the field when they played our favorite teams.
Yeah.
But
I remember my cut the Taylor Swift shit still.
So honestly, it goes without saying that, you know, while we gave Taylor Swift a lot of shit for that, obviously it was all in good fun. We actually don't want to see somebody injured or murdered, blown.
We don't want to see people die here. No.
Yeah, we don't want to see people fucking blown up, set on fire, shot, killed, you name it. Mm-hmm. And we certainly don't wish any actual harm to Taylor Swift herself.
Exactly.
So, well, we give her
anybody who threatens anyone like that, well, do what you will with that.
And you know,
anyone who thinks it's okay to side with ISIS, Swifties, have at these people.
You know, like I said, we gave Taylor Swift shit, you know, for being who she is and because she's as popular as she is, and I don't know how her popularity is what it is. But you know, we don't wish any harm to her.
Popularity skyrocketed now that she's engaged to like Travis Kelce now.
Yeah, we don't wish any actual harm to her or any of the fans.
Yeah.
We're gonna give her more shit during the football season in just a few weeks, I'm sure.
Yep.
With the regular
I
season.
mean, Travis was one of the backup dancers for one of her concert dates out international. I heard.
Not surprised. Imagine if he would have got hurt doing that and he couldn't fucking play this season.
He was just doing some like minor dancing to surprise her mainly.
Right, but imagine if he would have got injured, boy, would the fucking Chiefs would have had a field day with that shit.
Yeah, on international soil too.
So, well, like I said, we didn't have Casey tonight to slow us down or to make fun of, and to have a third person's opinions on these topics.
Yep.
So that's why we have.
I'm gonna send you something on Twitter DMs because I was trying to send it to you on Skype, but it wouldn't work out so well.
All right. I mean, if you want to bring it up, tonight we can talk about it before we end the show.
Oh no, it's a video.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so we're only an hour and a half in. Short show tonight. It was a late start, so we literally had like nobody watching compared to what we normally have.
Yeah.
So I mean, I almost canceled again tonight because I've been sleeping like shit all weekend. But I did get a decent nap in, and I woke up in time to be able to do the show. But then Casey said he wasn't doing it, and because I woke up when I did, obviously I still had to set up the show and whatnot. So that's why we started at fucking like 11:16 at night instead of I'd like to start at least around 10 or at 10:30 at the latest. But yeah, Kratos, if you got nothing else on your mind, I guess we should just stop rambling now and just get the fuck out of here.
Yep, might as well.
So, with that being said, guys, for MK Kratos, my name is The Rose. Check out D-Road Gaming Live, OCRP, GTA 5 roleplay videos, and live streams over there on the channel. Follow me right here on YouTube and Twitch. Subscribe to both channels already. If you're not already, greatly appreciate it. Especially Twitch, because if you have Twitch Prime, it don't cost you a dime, and I'll get paid for it at the same time. With that being said, all the links are down below. Twitter's there too, so you know when I go live and upload a video. Speaking of uploads, yesterday I did a YouTube Shorts of the second set of the Miku X Magic the Gathering cards that came out.
Nice.
I did a short on that. And then I also uploaded an unboxing video of the Miku Expo 10th anniversary 2 CD limited edition album that released as well recently. And I bought that CD because that was to commemorate 10 years of Miku Expo, and was also centered around the North American tour that I went to. So I had to have a piece of that merch. Check those videos out. I didn't stream last night because I was, obviously sick. I'm still a little sick. I thankfully only sneezed now 3 times today, which is a lot better than 50.
Yep.
My throat hurts still a little bit. But yeah, I feel like I'm on the other side of whatever I had now. So hopefully it'll be feeling completely better by Tuesday, so I can go see Borderlands and find out for myself if it was a fucking shit show like most of these people said it was. Speaking of Borderlands, though, I did finish the main story of that game last week in Borderlands Part 6. I actually finished it the night before the movie premiered in theaters, but I still have the rest of the DLC to play through, so I'm still going to be playing that for a while.
And then you have Borderlands 2 and 3 to get through as well.
And the pre-sequel, because that's canon as well. But yeah, I'm not going to do them like one after another. I'm going to take a break in between each game.
Understood.
I probably won't start the pre-sequel until next year.
All right.
But yeah, so because obviously I'm going to play the games in chronological order. So it'd be Borderlands the pre-sequel, Borderlands 2, Borderlands 3. And by the time I finish all of them, Borderlands 4 will probably be out.
Well, I sent you some. I sent you that video on Twitter. It's pretty much like a Dragon Ball Z parody version of like the politics called
Oh
American
boy.
Ball Z.
Oh boy.
You're
Yeah.
gonna enjoy it.
With that said, tomorrow night should be Sosi and I playing Forza Horizon 5 as always on Monday nights for the 30th time this year. Tuesday will be no.
30 times?
Yeah, tomorrow should be. Yeah, tomorrow will be 30.
Damn.
Tuesday no stream because my streams usually do fucking ass water on Tuesdays for whatever reason.
Speaking of Tuesdays, I will be at the NXT show in St. Louis October 8th, hopefully.
Oh wow!
Pre-sale tickets go on sale on the 14th.
How about that? Yeah,
I mean, Randy Orton's going to be there, so
Casey went to SmackDown on Friday. Another reason I was hoping to have him tonight because I was going to ask him, how it was being there live and shit. But I didn't obviously.
You'll hear my thoughts about like the whole thing with NXT being on CW for the second week from me on October 8th.
Yeah, they're moving. I forgot they're moving NXT, but
yeah, that's their second week. The first week, October 1st, is in Chicago, and CM Punk's going to be there.
Oh wow! So the first 2 weeks, NXT is going to have a big fucking star to help draw ratings.
Go figure.
Sounds a little desperate. Sounds a little desperate to
CW.
me. Sounds a little desperate to me, but we'll see.
It's the first show of each. It's the first 2 shows on the new channel.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
SmackDown moves to USA Network September 13th.
And the viewership for SmackDown will start going back down.
Yep. But yeah, the America Ball Z thing that I sent you is pretty fucking funny.
I'll check
They
that out.
have like Vegeta portraying Trump called him "grab her by the Vegeta." And that's all I'll say about that. You can watch the all 25 seconds yourself when you get a chance.
Yeah, I'll check it
I
out.
found that on Instagram of all places.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Even the other shit I found on Instagram. Cartoon Network's website shut down a couple days ago.
Really?
The Cartoon Network website is gone.
Wow, I wonder if
26 years on the web.
I wonder if Cartoon Network is going under.
Nah, the channel is fine, but the website's gone.
I wonder why. Interesting.
It was shut down.
Yeah, but I wonder why.
Yeah, me too. All the crazy good games they had back in the day.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I remember playing, quite a lot of those when I was a kid.
Oh, so do I. My favorite one is still Plan 8 to destroy Upper Mars with Duck Dodgers.
Shout out to this crazy fucking streamer. I don't know who this person was. Apparently I guess a Twitch streamer set a goal to stream and stay awake for 264 hours.
How many hours?
264 hours.
They've been streaming for that long?
And stayed awake, yes. There are apparently video clips and screenshots to prove this. And this person, well, let's see. So that's literally over a week. You trying to kill yourself?
Yeah.
You figure 96 hours is 4 days. 192 hours is 8 days. So then what? 24 more hours would be... That would be 9 days. That would be 216. 240 is 10 days. So 11 days. This person has not slept.
254 hours, you said?
264 hours.
He's closing in on a 12-day streak of streaming.
Yeah, it's 11 days.
On one stream.
11 days of no sleep and a constant stream. Apparently the cops showed up to this person's place too. 16 minutes ago, cops showed up at the house of the streamer who was attempting to stay up for over 64 hours. Police instructed them to see a doctor after completing the challenge, but allowed them to continue streaming. Well, late breaking news, folks. I wasn't expecting that to come across that on Twitter.
What the hell? What the hell?
Somebody like that, I don't know how they're alive right now. I could barely survive 24 hours being awake, let alone 11 fucking days. I don't know who you are, but congratulations, and you're crazy enough for even trying it.
Mm-hmm.
But with that said, I think we should just get the fuck out of here now before we come across anything crazier. Anyways, yeah, guys. Until next time, thanks for watching. I know tonight wasn't exactly the a grade A show. Certainly, very lacking without Casey and the late start. So yeah, 2 weeks from now we should be doing our next episode, which I actually might push off, or we might do early. I don't know, because the next scheduled episode right now is the same night as AEW All In. So we all know we're going to be watching All In instead of doing LTS.
Yep.
So we might be doing LTS again on September 1st. If not, if there's any like crazy news or anything that breaks that we have to talk about, maybe we'll do episode 97 next week. We'll see within the next 7 days. But yeah, with that being said, guys, check out my streams from last week. Check out the stuff I uploaded yesterday. Forza Horizon 5 with Sosi tomorrow. I'll probably get back to Borderlands on Wednesday. And whatnot. So we'll see. I still got that one more Spider-Man stream I want to do for like cleaning up the the secondary objectives I didn't do in the game. And I got a couple of the games I can go back to playing too. So anyways, guys, until next time, have a good night. Thanks for watching. My name is The Rose for MK Kratos. This has been less than serious, or at least an attempt at being less than serious.
Yeah.
And until next time, have a good night, everybody. And we'll catch your ass down the road.